Hello everyone, I am so sorry that this day has gone a bit sideways with respect to me getting on here. So if you end up being able to join me, I would like to thank you in advance. Just gonna pull up my own Facebook so I can see comments if we have any. All right. Turn this down. Okay, like I said, apologies. I thought I was gonna get on sooner and I didn't, and here we are. So we are going to do something fun. We are gonna work with the penguins because they're adorable. All right, so hello, Casey. So this penguin place is a bundle. It is a punch and a stamp set, $42.25 in the new mini catalog. This amazing paper is the Penguin Playmates paper, and it is currently one of the items you can choose for free with a $60 order. It is fabulous. It's so cute. So if you like the penguins, you definitely want to spend $60 to get the paper, which is easy. This is $42.25. You add like some cardstock or ink or some embellishments, maybe a ribbon, some note cards, and you can easily make yourself some super cool seasonal cards, plus you can make a birthday card. So we are going to just do a couple of cute things. I'm kind of looking at some of the samples in the catalog, and I'm just going to kind of play off some ideas there. So I wanted to use the paper, I wanted to use the stamp set, I wanted to show you a little trick with the punch to help you line it up. Sorry, I'm just looking for, I already was cutting into all these papers, so I'm just trying to find the one I already cut into because I wanted these dots. So we're gonna use these dots, and I'm gonna show you the trick with the punch. So I'm just gonna get my Post-it notes. I had a second Post-it note here, but of course, I don't know where it is right now. So sometimes with a punch, especially when they're like this, when there are 3 things on the punch, you want to figure out the way to punch everything without wasting paper. So what you want to do is grab yourself a Post-it note or a scrap piece of paper, and you just want to put it in your punch and punch. So I've already done that, okay? Then what you need to do, now this, I've already made this mistake once. You need to flip it over. So what I did is I placed this, so I put it in like that. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Then you are going to put it down, and you are going to fit your stamps into it. So I've made my little template. You're going to place it down, and then you are going to fit your stamps into the little bit that you cut out with your punch. Now in this case, there is actually no stamp for this other little piece. It just punches out the middle of the penguin's body. I'm not quite sure yet why we want that. I'm guessing if it's you want a sort of a layered penguin, then you would stamp the one in black, you do this in white, and then you layer up your penguin. This penguin already has eyes, so I'm kind of confused as to why we want to do that, but I'm sure there's a good reason. Maybe one of you can tell me. Then we're just going to put our block over top. Okay? Then we're going to stamp. You can see that that's already leaving an image because my stamp was dirty. So now, the way they are, you can actually stamp in 2 different colors. So I've just been using Memento, and then I've been playing around with having the foot. That's not a good word. It's not his foot. Well, it is, but in Mango. And then I'm just gonna stamp that as if this were a white piece of paper. Obviously this is a scrap, so I'm just showing you this so you have this little handy trick in case you're wondering how you're supposed to do it. Now I'm going to be able to place this piece of paper into my punch, and everything is going to line up fabulously, and I would be able to punch out all the pieces at once. Now, like I said, I'm still okay, this isn't cardstock, which is why I'm not getting a really super crisp punch. I don't know why we want this piece, because once we put it over top of this, we cover up his face. But then we can make a new face, because the stamps come with 2 eyes, and they come with like a nose, and maybe it's if you want to do these big eyes. Are these meant to be eyes? That's the only thing I can think of. Oh no, that's meant to be like a Rudolph nose. I'm not sure, folks. I'm not sure. But it doesn't make it any less useful. I'm just not 100% sure why we want it. Anyhow, okay, there's our little guy. Obviously, we're not going to use him because this isn't really in card state. To make a fuzzy tummy, of course. Okay, thank you. So there, you can buy the felt. There's also the linen paper, I believe. So you can buy, there's the felt pack, which comes in white, bumblebee, old olive, and cherry cobbler. So you could then do this in the felt. Or you know what? You could do it in like shimmery white. So yes, it's if you wanted to do something like that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking for my chamois. This is what happens when you're like, okay, you promised you'd get on live and you haven't. All right, let's clean this guy off. So he's super, super, super cute. Honestly, cutesy is not necessarily my thing, but I saw this one and I'm like, you know what? I love it. It's a punch. This little penguin is so cute. You can, you know, you've got the double feet here. You'd have to fussy cut those or stamp them right on. You've got a couple of different beaks. You've got a Rudolph nose, a little heart, the eyes again, a single foot, which is what we've used, a little star, a little bow tie or a bow on the hair. We've got a toque, a scarf, reindeer ears, plus a balloon, and the gifts and the tree. So adorable, adorable, adorable. Okay, so I already have this piece of Midnight Misty Moonlight because I was playing around. So we're going to use that, and we're going to use this DSP because I love it. Now, we're also going to do, because I'm seeing this in the catalog and I think it is super cool, so I need a white piece of basic white. Okay. I'm going to stamp this whole snow, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, so I'm just going to place this back onto my stamp case so that I get the curve the same way, and then I will use my block. So this is your trick. This is your trick when you're using dies, but this is also a great trick when you have a shape like this that you want to ensure you kind of keep it true to form. Okay, let's get this piece out of the way. And let's go, we're gonna do the card like this. So I am going to cut this. Sorry, I feel like I'm a little all over the place, but hopefully you guys are okay with that. I thought it was better than me not coming on at all, which is where we were at. So we are going to want, I'm gonna do about 2 inches. And then we will cut it again in a second. All right, we are going to get Balmy Blue. And we're gonna do our little snow, our little hill here. Get out our Pierce mat because we are using a photopolymer. All right, so there's our little hill. And I'm gonna actually see how that is about 5. And I want it to go the whole length of our card. So I'm going to do 5.5. And then I'm just going to continue my hill here. So I'm just gonna ink up the end and do that. super cute. And then we're gonna fussy cut this. This is the great thing about the catalog. There are so many amazing ideas. So I am looking at one card and I'm gonna kind of mostly make it, but I'm also going to add some elements from another sample I'm seeing there. And we're just gonna kind of make it our own because we can do that. It's the same as when if you see people saying they're casing something, so copy and share everything or copy and selectively edit. So now I'm going to do this. So we have like a little second slope in behind. And I'm going to match my stamp up to that. So that works pretty well. Okay. So I'm going to do this, and this one I'm actually going to stamp off. So I'm going to stamp that off once, and then we are going to stamp it on here, lined up sort of. I could have bent this stamp a bit more because it's flexible, right? But we're going to just go with this. And then I'll trim it. Okay, there we go. And so then we'll stick it in behind as like a little second slope of snow. All right. Get rid of those scraps. My workspace is already like ridiculously small. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, so this is gonna kind of go down here. And then we're gonna stick this paper in behind because it's so fun. And I'm gonna leave a little border, top and bottom. So I'm just gonna slightly move that to the side. I'm gonna close up my ink pad. We're gonna take this and so we're going to need it to be 5 1/2. And then 4 1/4, not quite. So I think we can do it like 3. Let's get a sense of how big it needs to be. Yep, 3 should be fine. I might go 3 1/4 just to be sure. Okay. There we go. Okay. Bring out this guy. All right, so this is gonna go on there like this, and then we are going to put our little mountain of snow down here. I can cut that off, so I'm gonna go like that. And then we are going to stamp our penguin. And we're gonna stamp the penguin that is sliding. this piece of white. We'll get our memento. Make sure it's really inked up because I want a nice, good black penguin. Super cute. We're gonna give him a toque. We're gonna stick with the colors in our paper. So we're going to give him a just jade toque. And I'm gonna stamp this scarf. I don't know if we're gonna use the scarf or not, but if I don't stamp it, we won't know. So I'm going to do the scarf. I'll do the scarf in just jade as well. Okay. And then I'm thinking we're also going to, hello Chandra, do some trees. And the trees I'm actually going to do in Misty Moonlight. I know, this is a little bit of fussy cutting, isn't it? But I think it's going to be cute. You guys, you don't understand my desk. It's a bit of a disaster here. All right. So snips to the rescue. Again, depending on how you like to fussy cut, you can go right up to the edge of your image, or you can leave a little bit of a border. I'm a bit of a border fan, so you can see that I'm actually turning my paper as opposed to my scissors for the most part. They stay pretty still unless we've got a really big straight stretch. You gotta come in pretty close on that corner, otherwise you're gonna have too much of a border for my liking. And sometimes when I'm doing this, I just I cut it off my paper because I just want less paper to hold on to. And I don't know about you, I can really only fussy cut in one direction. So I was actually working on a card earlier today that's part of a custom order. And the way the pattern was on the DSP that I was fussy cutting around, I had to... sorry, I don't know what's happening here. Oh, there we go. I had to cut in the opposite direction. It was really odd. Sorry, I got in a message that just paused, but it looks like we're still okay. All right, so there's that guy. Then let's give him the scarf. Again, I'm just gonna kind of cut all the way around and then go from there. We'll do the hat. This hat is super cute. This hat would be cute to do in a color that we have a matching like sequin or embellishment for, and that you could turn the pom-pom into like a big embellishment. Our just jade embellishments at the moment are square, so that's not really gonna work, but I could just put a white sequin. There's those really pretty sequins in the mini as well. There are, I think, a season for everything, or sequins for every season. Okay, I'm not really sure what is going on with the video. My video seems to be going, but on the Facebook, it's not. Oh, reconnecting. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening right now. I don't usually have troubles with Wi-Fi. So my apologies that this seems to be cutting out a little. I don't think my family is using the Wi-Fi upstairs. I can hear them watching the Olympics. All right, we're fussy cutting these little trees. I'm actually gonna tuck these trees behind. So I'm not super worried about the trunk, but I'll cut it anyway. Okay, so I am curious. I don't know about you guys. Like, is this on your list? If the penguins themselves aren't on the list, is the paper on your list because it's super cute and you can just cut out all the little guys? Because you can definitely get this paper and not necessarily get the stamp set. I actually have a card going up on a blog next week where I have made an entire card. The only thing I used from the stamp set was the greeting. Everything else is just this little background snowflake stamp. And then everything else is all right. This is why I like to stamp and fussy cut ahead of time, because I feel like nobody needs to watch me cut out a whole bunch of trees. But like I said, I had a busy day, and so it did not involve me getting prepped ahead of time for this card. Okay, so far what I'm thinking, we're gonna stick a little tree up here. We're gonna have our penguin. So like I said, this is similar to what is in the catalog. He's gonna have a toque. You like all the bits, but not sure you like the penguin. Yeah. The bits are definitely cute. If you have the snowman set, then all these bits would be great to add to the snowman. And that's the beautiful thing, right? You can sometimes get a set, maybe you don't get the punch then, right? You just get the stamp set, which is, what's the stamp set? The stamp set is only $23. So he's really cute. And quite honestly, you could fussy cut pretty much, you know, you don't need the punch for the penguin or the little feet. And you can see I'm fussy cutting everything anyway. So maybe you don't get the bundle. Maybe you just get the stamp set, which allows you to get another stamp set in the place of the $24 punch. And you can still get the paper. And you can make adorable cards, holiday cards, birthday. There's even this one, I like you a lot. There's a lots of thanks. So this penguin does not have to be holiday, strictly holiday. And still super, super cute. Oh my goodness, okay. There's our scarf. So we got our scarf, we got our toque. I guess I should give him a beak. And I guess he needs a little foot. We've already got the foot, so that's fine. So let's stamp another foot. That we could actually punch out because it's at the bottom. So we will punch out the foot. Okay, there's our foot. What's that really called? It's not really called a foot, but it's not like a, well, I guess it is. I guess duck's feet are still called feet. All right, where'd my other tree go? Another tree, and then we need a beak. I guess we need a greeting. You know what, we might stamp the greeting right on the snowbank, or we will do it and put it, oops, up in the sky. See, now I'm trying to rush because I'm concerned that you guys are watching me cut. but maybe you don't care. Maybe you have a glass of wine or a cold beer or a cocktail or an ice cream cone, although it's not really that hot today, is it? It was a nice break from the heat, at least where we live. I don't know where everyone else lives. It was so nice to have all the windows open today, the screen doors, just getting so much fresh air. We've been in the Okanagan for like 5 days and it was so smoky. It was terrible. Super smoky, super hot. My niece was getting married. It was outside, which was lovely. Her wedding was amazing, but it was a long day in smoke-filled skies. And so I don't know. I might actually want these two trees kind of close together. But I will certainly take your advice. Should we have the two trees close together or should I have them separated? All right, do I have any little bits of, can do a beak here. Get rid of all those scraps. There's our card. We need a beak. Which beak do we need? The long beak, I guess. What do you guys think? Do I put both trees there or do I put one tree over in the corner? No comment? No comment on the together. Okay, thank you. Whew, getting hot. So much pressure. It's like the other day when I did a Facebook Live, I was like so hot by the end. All right, now our little guy's got a beak. All right, cute, cute, cute. Okay. Let's glue all this together. And then we will go from there. All right, so take those bits off. Put this bit down first. So you can see, this is the thing, when paper is so cute, you're like, oh my gosh, do I really want to use that side? The other side is so adorable, which is why they give us 2 sheets of each, right? So that you can use both sides and you don't have to worry about it. But sometimes it is hard. All right, so we're gonna put that down. And then I'm gonna put this guy down. But I'm just gonna lay it there. I'm not going to press very hard yet because we need to put this guy underneath and we need to put the trees. And I know I'm gonna cut some of this off. So I'm just gonna go like that for now. Okay, and then we're gonna take our little trees, our happy little trees. A little bit of glue. You don't need much glue because once you kind of put them down, it smears around. So we got our little trees, kind of different levels here. I kind of want one taller than the other. All right, then we're gonna dress up our penguin. So this may not be the fastest card in the world because we chose to fussy cut, or I chose to fussy cut. If we had just stamped right on, right, simple stamping, it wouldn't be so bad. I also could have, you know, put the toque on and then fussy cut him as a single entity, but I did not. We're gonna put his little foot back there. My son and my husband must be watching, I think they must be watching basketball. It's either basketball or volleyball because all I can hear is squeaking. So the penguin, I think I'm actually going to use dimensionals, which is why I've only put a tiny bit of glue on the beak. Okay, look at how cute he is, you guys. And I have lots of mini dimensionals, so that's just what I'm going to use because I don't actually know where any of my big dimensionals are. When I have pieces like this where I put different bits together, I try to put a dimensional, if I'm using dimensionals, I try to put a dimensional where they overlap. So then I can rest assured that the glue will hold everything together. I'm also going to cut this edge off. All right, I have to be careful when I take these backings off because of the glue. Now, in the case, in the catalog, this little guy he's got some balloons and it's a happy birthday card. I mean, I guess we could make it a happy birthday card. That just means more fussy cutting, which I don't think anyone's totally interested in. Although I feel like we kind of need something up there, so maybe that's just going to be our grading. So maybe we will do this Be Cool, Be Chill, Be Merry. And I want to make sure it's straight, so I'm going to use my grid. Make sure it's not upside down. Okay, I am going to get my block. And then I am going to get this, and then I think we might do this in, we're gonna have some fun here, my friends. We're gonna do no, we're gonna do it all in blue. I'm gonna go like that. We're going to so I'm gonna cut this at 3/4. And then I'm going to I'm just trimming this down. Hi, Sandy. Okay, I wanted to use my punch. That's why I was doing that, in case you're like, what is she doing? I wanted to use this punch. So I'm often not exactly in any of the things, so I just kind of wing it. 1/2 inch is what this should be exactly. So I'm going to go like that. We're going to do the same on the other side. And then we are going to layer it. Okay. So it's supposed to be 1/2, 3/4, and 1. So now I'm going to take 3/4 of an inch, and I might actually use the purple now. So I've got a piece here. So needs to be yay long. And then, my friends, we will be done. So 3/4. Okay. So we will do one end, and then we'll figure out how long we need it to be, and we'll do the other end. So you can see now that I've actually cut this properly, it's working. But I always still look on the back to make sure it's lined up nicely. Okay, so we're gonna want it to go like that. And I'm going to go like that. We're gonna stick the other end in. Okay, move our scraps out of the way. What did I say? Did I say purple posy? I meant fresh freesia. Of course. All right, there we go. Put that little guy on there. Cute. And I am going to just dimensionalize the junk out of this. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to center it on here. And then we're gonna put this up here in the top. Trying to decide if I should dimensionalize it as well, but I think we actually won't. The other thing we could do is we've got this Misty Moonlight twine. I don't know if this piece is long enough. This was a scrap that I had that I didn't use for something else. I think probably because it wasn't long enough. I like to wrap my twine twice. So then I just think it looks better. It's fuller. Okay. So then the trick, once you've already tied it, to move it is to bend your card a little bit like that. Okay, I think I'm actually going to keep that on there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a glue dot on top of the center of the bow. And then I'm going to put a dimensional on the other end. And we're going to stick on the center of that. My take a pick tool is upstairs, in case you're like, why is she using that and not her take a pick tool? Do you see this? I have like 3 things of mini dimensionals open. And not a single large dimensionals. Although I know I opened one yesterday, but I don't know where it is. So we'll just do more minis. Crazy. Okay, guys, here we are. We're in for the home stretch. Oh my gosh, and then I put that on the wrong end. Does anyone else do that when you're not really paying attention? Okay. And voila! What do you guys think? Oh my god, so cute. And then if you want to, we could take our Wink of Stella and we could take it and go over, oh yeah, that looks pretty. Go over our balmy blue. Oh yeah, that looks really pretty. We could do a tiny bit on our trees. Okay, what do you guys think? What do you think? I like it. It turned out cute. Oh my god, I sold you. Well, I love it. Okay, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being patient with the fact that I said I was going to be on like 3 different times today and had to keep changing. I don't even know how long we've been on right now. 42 minutes. So thank you for your patience with that. And yes, snow cute. Love it. So you guys, this set itself, like I said, it's $42.25 for the bundle. The stamp set itself is only $23. The paper you earn free with a $60 purchase. So if you are not already a demo, if you do not have a demo, if you're interested in this set and you want to order it from me, my host code is on this Facebook page at the top. And yeah, I plan to do a class with this too. So if that's of interest to you, then hopefully you might join me for this online sort of class to go with the penguins. Thanks guys. Have a great Friday night.